Okay, so we try to make this recording really quickly. It'll probably sound random, like because we have things we need to say to you. But basically, it said first of all, the woman's a criminal. Okay, we told you that she was 24 years old when she shot our relative, who was our uncle dad. Abadod means uncle dad in Hebrew, and he was the bank president of Arab Bank. She was on camera shooting out the camera and shooting out the control panel, because if you shot a control panel the camera and the control panel that showed what happened in front of the camera, you could see that she shot when she shot the camera. But it said Shabby and I were like 8 years old, turning 9 during our kidnapping abduction. So we just let that too. She also shot the man's son that owned the pastry shop. He was 16. We saw her shoot him too. So we just let to him. Then kidnappers came when the rescuers came, and the kidnappers came, and they got Shabby and me again. Vista said she was also deeply involved in kidnapping. She took us on our property, Vista said, and she's like a demon trying to kill us. And rescuers came, Vista said, and she wasn't able to do that. But then, the rescuers kept coming, and the kidnappers kept coming, and basically said that's not how it happened. She's old, okay, Vista said, and she's with all the bad people trying to solve. The Americans will try to take my identity and give it to her. She's not me, Vista said, and she could never be me. Also, it happened with the man being stabbed in the top of his head or hit in the top of his head. He had the blood poured down his forehead. So Vista said, she had something to do with that, because her and the fake Saudi would go around killing people and then pretend they didn't do it. The woman saw that the man was stabbed. She said to me she didn't know anybody's going to get stabbed. She had her breath was always thick to me like death. It had no smell, but you could tell there was death in it. And she came up by me. I saw the men fighting. She came up by me, and she saw and she said to me, got close to me, and everybody heard me scream. Everybody heard me scream, "Get away from me!" She said to me, "I'm going to show you. We're going to show you you're nothing." She said that to me, but her breath was thick, like it was full of death. And I screamed, "Get away from me!" She said, "I saw the men fighting. It was the man. The man fought really hard. You could see he was trying to fight to do something good, to keep the bad people away." And then I don't think he realized that blood was going to come from his head, because then he stood up and he stood up straighter. He looked at me, and the blood poured down his head. He looked, and I could read his mind, where he said, "Look at this. Look what they did." But he said, and then he ran away and up the stairs wherever he was before. He had sort of like a shop. We own shops down there. I sell things to the shops too. I own Samsung. We own Samsung, iPod, and all those things. And the shops were prepared, because when they got the internet and things, they would have these things. But that's it. And the people got brave. Okay, but when I came, I used to go down there for a little while, and we have Saudi family from Saudi Arabia down there, a place where Shabby and I would stay with little kids with our family. So we just said, so we can't go there because people came stalking the woman. We said, and dirty things. Okay, all the other dirty things. So the fake Saudi, they had heard Saudi before a palace royal worker that worked for us. They stabbed him too. Basically said, and he was hurt, and they actually were trying to kill him. Basically said, and because of the head injury, I don't think he really remembered much. Basically said, and he wouldn't go to the hospital either then, because they were frightened. Basically said, and frightened of things. But he did go. Basically said, he was fighting and trying to keep people from hurting us. Basically said, and so to make a long story short, they would go around the city killing people and pretend they didn't do it. Basically said, and then the dwarf would give mouth. Basically said, talk about people shouldn't have been doing things, but they were going around killing people that were good. So we just let that too. Before it happened, the dwarfs had arrested me and spit in my face and all kinds of things in circles, doing things to me, came down arrested. And a man wearing a hat that said Texas, he was bothering me too by the bank where the shawarma restaurant was. He was bothering me. He said, the woman that spits on me, the black woman, the black Aaliyah, they had to chase that away. So they were harassing me. But when I went down by where our Saudi family also lives, and where Shabby and I have a place where we lived too with them in the same place. But we can't go there right now because people are doing things to them. They came down and harassed them. The people got brave and chased the dwarfs and people away. Then I got ready to leave, and that's when that happened. The man had also chased people away before, the horse harassed, and he was hurt. And nobody did anything. People were